Hey everybody, just want to welcome you to this video short podcast about our new church altogether, Living Stones Church, here in Boise, Idaho. Now that we are merged together and formed together as Living Stones Church from New City and from Cole Community Church. So Josh and I are just going to have a conversation about some things today, right? And just talk through a little bit about what it has felt like and where we're going, what's happening. So maybe just start with that. How was the last gathering for New City Church?
Yeah, I almost made it through the entire gathering without crying. But it was good. We had a great turnout of people that Sunday, and I sensed a bit of sadness for sure from people. Not sadness because of where we're going. I think there's a lot of hope. I know there's a lot of hope and joy and excitement about where we're moving. What we're moving toward. But, we've been a church family for a while. We've been meeting in the same place for a while. And, there's a familiarity to what we've had. And so I sensed a little bit of a sadness. But also, like, there was this weird feeling of, I don't need to be sad. I'm going to see you guys next Sunday, and I'm going to see some of you on Wednesday at our prayer and worship night. And I'm going to have some of you over to my house. And, like, I'm going to see all of you guys and get texts from you and calls. But yeah, I mean, there was something sad about drawing the life of New City to a close in one way, but in another way, it's continuing on into Living Stones Church with you guys. And so, I think the moment it clicked for me that was our last Sunday gathering. I mean, obviously, I knew it was that, but when I got up to do the benediction, at the end, I've pretty much said the same benediction every Sunday for years now. But I looked in the back right corner, and I just happened to see my wife, and she was standing in the back with her phone recording, the last moments. And that's when it hits me. It's like, oh man, she's recording because this is our last Sunday together. And so, but it was really good. It was worshipful, and we had a gathering in a park in the north end there. And we just had pizza and hung out for a couple hours and kind of got to reminisce a little bit, but also, anticipate and be excited about what's coming. So, How about for you guys? How was your Sunday?
Yeah, it was great. It was kind of that surreal thing. It's an ending, but not an ending, right? And it's really the turning of a chapter. Or maybe if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, one book, now we're into book two. We're into the Two Towers, I guess, right? It felt kind of like that. It was in God's providence. We had some of our missionaries, Tom and Melissa Manning, were there, and they did a vision lunch, and so saw the significance, I guess, 40 years before this particular I think it was 40 years. I hope I'm not wrong on that, but a chunk of years before this particular Sunday, they had got married in the fireside room where they were doing the vision lunch. And so it was just kind of a neat way to see. And even I put it up as an illustration at the beginning of my sermon. We found that, or you guys found, from New City Church found the Cole directory from I think 1998 or something like that, and on the front cover it says God is good all the time, all the time God is good, and I actually just opened up with that, showed that picture, told the story about how we have found that, and just marking and seeing the providence of God. I think that there's been so many things like that I've seen, like, man, God is, however I've felt up and down and all around, like kind of in this process, or people in both churches, like I've just seen the providence of God. Like, here's a sign for good, here's a sign for good, here's a sign for good. And so that was super encouraging, even to be reminded of that. And I think overall at our last gathering at Cole Community Church, it felt really like, hey, we're going to see you next week. We're going to do the same things next week. We're going to worship. We're going to study. We're going to fellowship together and take communion. And so, it was an ending, but not an ending. That's kind of how I feel.
It felt very similar for us. Which is great.
So excited for this week, first week of Living Stones Church, our gathering on June 8th. So if people aren't aware for some reason, make sure you come to 8775 West Ustick Road
at 10 a.m.
At 10 a.m.
Yep.
So that'll be good. And we had somebody at our worship and prayer gathering last night asked us a question, which, by the way, if you missed it, we'll have more. You should come to all the worship and prayer gatherings.
It was a beautiful time.
That's always important. But we had somebody, one of the members who is coming from Cole to be part of Living Stones Church, said, hey, will you have all the elders up there at the front? And so one of the things we're doing in our liturgy is we're having at the end a time of ministry of presence, which is prayer. People can come forward for prayer. And so we talked, and so there we will ask the elders to come forward at that time, right? And and I guess maybe we could just talk about and introduce everybody to the elders, to the deacons, to the staff. Yeah. You kind of tell names and stories a little bit for a minute.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, from our side, obviously myself joining Living Stones as an elder, an associate pastor, and then we also have Heath Kemper was joining us, and Mitch Squires as well. So we have 3 elders that we're bringing over in this process as well. So, and you guys?
We've got Jim Schneriger, Jim Herring, the Jims.
The Jims.
Josh Hamilton and Mike Beecham, all those guys. So 2 younger guys, 2 older guys, and really represents where Cole was before. As we become Living Stones Church, it's a great representation of that. So yeah, all of those elders, Lord willing, will be up at the front at the end if you want to see who they are, if you don't know them, and if you want to receive prayer afterwards. So,
absolutely, and that's something we're going to do each week. After the gathering, we'll have a time, 10-15 minutes where anyone who needs prayer and encouragement or just wants to speak with a pastor will be up front. So.
And I think, if I'm right, we want to equip the body too. If there are people who are growing in leadership in some way and they want to pray for people, I think that's a beautiful time for the body to minister to the body, so to speak. So if that's you and you'd like to be involved, talk to Josh or I. We'd love to see if that's a role for you as well. And that's kind of gets to the next thing, which is our deacons. They also could be there. They're leaders as well.
Absolutely.
So let's kind of introduce everybody to the deacon team. We've got a guy named Ron Hilbrands. He's actually going to be rolling off at the end of June, but if you get a chance to meet him, he's served Cole community really well as an administrative deacon, just a temporary role. Now you're taking his office.
Yes, thanks, Ron.
So that was a willing offering by Ron.
It wasn't, he didn't fight me over it or anything.
There was no wrestling involved yet. So Ron is one of the deacons. We have Jan Coles, who's the deacon of global outreach. Jen Rogers, who is the deacon of local outreach. Nancy Benford, who is our hospitality deacon. You've probably met her if you're coming from New City Church. She's organized a lot of those lunches and snacks and things like that. And then we have Jay Remley, who helps with a variety of things, including the men's ministry. And I hope I'm not missing anybody. I think that's all the deacons.
Coffee,
yes, thank you. Paul Schaefer, who's been overseeing some Sunday morning logistics with communion and coffee and things like that. So that's the team coming from Cole Community Church, and we'll be integrating the team together. We haven't really got there yet, but what about from New City?
Yeah, and then from the New City side, Anjali Squires and Casey Kemper have been serving very faithfully as deacons in our church for a number of years now, so they'll be joining us and integrating into our new deacon team.
And you guys haven't necessarily put them over specific ministries, but they've been generally kind of like serving the body with benevolence and other things like that.
Yeah, really, whatever needs come up. I don't know, deacons at large, I guess, if you want to call them that. But they've just been generally overseeing the needs that have come up within the body, whether they're financial or practical. They've been doing a great job too.
Yeah. So that's something we'll be working through, like how do we want the deacons to operate? How do we want the team to integrate? That's all coming soon. And then staff. Happy to say that we're going to continue that everybody from both churches that's been on staff. In fact, Heath's getting a lot of hours this month.
Yeah.
Helping out
a lot of admin stuff.
So we are combining staffs. One slight change I was mentioned on Sunday in our last gathering was that Brian and Kaylin, who have been serving as interim worship coordinators, will be stepping off of staff because it was an interim role, and then Mandy will be the main worship coordinator for our new church together.
Yep.
And Kaylin might help us a little bit in the transition. But other than that, what other staffing roles?
So Mandy's coordinating worship for us, and then Sierra Wells is going to be doing kids. And then Heath's going to continue to do some admin stuff. He's been doing admin stuff for us and serving as a lay elder for a number of years now. Yeah. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it from our side.
Well, and Ashley from our side was the kids. Ashley is the jack of all trades, really. She's a great leader.
Like she does everything.
She was communications, kids, and planning center guru, so to speak. So she's going to be helping Sierra in this time as they kind of make that changeover. And then she'll continue doing some communication stuff with the newsletter, work with us on that. And the planning center. Everyone's going to love hearing about planning center because it's everybody's favorite thing. And then Heath, like you said, has been doing a lot. He's also going to give some leadership to our AV. We have, if you don't know, if you're coming from New City, we have a guy named Jaden, a guy named Ian. They have served faithfully over the last several years with sound and video. We've got a team that's doing that and need more people on the team from New City to join that team. Yep. And Heath's going to give a little bit of pastoral oversight to that too. Which is
really grateful for that.
Yeah. Yep. Trying to think. Oh, we have. You'll see a great-hearted, big teddy bear guy. Chase Madsen is our facilities director. Yep. You'll see him around. He's done all the acoustic paneling and other things you see in the building. And I'm trying to think. We've got Katie.
I was going to say Katie and Gloria are still going to be serving, working in the office for us.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's great. So Marianne, in her volunteer role, but very important role as a women's minister with the Bible studies.
And then Chuck leading seniors in Legacy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I overheard Chase in the office today just say to Katie, he's like, our staff like doubled in size, and now we've got, there's a lot of people to remember and things like that. So, but it's great. It'll be, I think we have a good team that's very excited to serve the church and to be engaged in the life of the body. So
that's great. Well, so that's kind of the team, and now we're headed into this first Sunday together. Maybe we want to talk about what that's going to look like a little bit more. We are doing this as a soft launch, and there's a reason for that. Yes. What's the reason for that?
I mean, we just really believe that over the course of the summer, we're going to be a bit of a work in progress, and just navigating Sunday logistics, everything from the greeting team to who's, preaching and all of that kind of stuff. And so, we're just asking for grace and patience, and we need to give ourselves grace and patience because I know we're both kind of striving. Maybe we're a little bit perfectionist in some ways, and so we really want everything to be dialed in. But it's going to take some time, and so. Yeah, we're really looking at these summer months as being an opportunity to kind of get our feet wet, and to learn how to work together and communicate in the different behind the scenes things that we're taking care of leading up to Sunday. So, and we also know, like during the summer, again in Boise, people are gone a lot, traveling. They're in the mountains, visiting family, whatnot. So I think it gives us a good opportunity to have a 3-month season where we're getting ready. And then on September 7th, we'll have kind of more of a public launch Sunday, and we'll send out brochures. Is that even the right word? Flyers. It's probably flyers. Is the right word? Flyers to.
We can send out a brochure if you want to.
We're going to send out flyers to the neighborhood and just really encourage everyone in our church to think of who they might be able to invite that Sunday, and as we move forward. So take 3 months here to hopefully get some things dialed in, and we know we'll always be a work in progress. That's the nature of it. But and
I think that. I know we said that some people have asked, hey, when are we going to get new signs out there? So people will notice some banners out there this Sunday. You'll see some of that. But an actual new physical sign will go in before September, Lord willing. That's the plan. And some of those kind of outward changes. And then on the inside, we're going to be preaching Jesus, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
We have a sermon series planned out called The Way of Jesus, the Sermon on the Plain from Luke chapter 6. So
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of the title, and we're going to go through the Sermon on the Plain, which is Luke's counterpart to the Sermon on the Mount, and really take it slow and look
Mm-hmm.
at like each beatitude each week, and that'll begin this week. So I'm excited about that. As I've looked at it even more, it's a beautiful passage
incredible.
of Scripture.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to preaching through it this summer.
So, and just so people know, like the way we're planning it out, and this was in our conversations. As the lead pastor, I'll preach 65% of the time. This summer, it looks like 60-ish%. Josh, 30%. We do possibly have a couple guest speakers, one from Living Stones Church in Spanish Springs down in Nevada, possibly coming up here. So there'll be some of that, but mainly it'll be you and I kind of tackling that load, and I'm excited to do that with you.
Yeah. And then we've got a discipleship guide, which is that something new for folks joining us from Cole?
No, we just did one for Timothy. So we'll continue that.
Yeah, and that'll be something new for folks joining us from New City that will for each sermon series moving forward. We're going to have a discipleship guide, which is essentially just a packet with questions and a brief overview of each section that we're preaching through for our gospel communities to be working through together, and honestly as families too, and individuals, things to be considering and thinking through. And also we've got memorization in there as well. We want to encourage everyone to memorize the entire Sermon on the Plain. If you're
and
feeling
short.
Up for it. It's not long.
What is it?
Maybe
17 through 46. I think it is.
So there you go.
30 verses.
30 verses.
And we can do this, guys. Come
on. But then you just memorize you would just memorize the passage that was preached each week, and then by the time we get to the end of the summer, you would have the whole thing memorized. So anyway, but that's just something to consider. So we'll have that discipleship guide ready for Monday morning. Yeah.
And then we're going to be just also like fine-tuning our liturgy. Josh and I have been working together on that, and also maybe trying some different things with communion. So on June 15th, our plan is to have people start to come forward for communion. We, in God's providence, have some boxes that are giving boxes, but also have room on them to have communion represented there, and have people there kind of giving communion to people as they come forward. Obviously passing communion out for people who are not able or desirous to get up for whatever reason, but we would ask that most people would come up to the front and or wherever those stations are and get communion. And there'll be options for grape juice still, but wine, because that's something that I know you and I both value as well. And so, anything you want to say about that process? Because I know you're going to be working with some of the leaders on that. Yeah, I mean, I think it does a really good job of having something a bit new for both of our churches in regard to that, but also similar, right? The church has been celebrating the Lord's Supper for 2,000 years now. But I just did want to be clear too, obviously, in coming forward to get the elements each Sunday. We know that there are some members of our church who that would be very difficult for. Like once they're seated, they need to remain seated. And so our ushers and deacons will make sure to bring communion to them as well. So that'll be, we're hoping to do that next Sunday, the 15th, Father's Day. So that's good. Yeah. Well, I also was thinking today, what are we going to do for dads? I want to do something nice. I don't know what yet, because we gave out, I don't know if you guys gave out flowers for Mother's Day, if you do that. Chocolates. Chocolates. Okay. Yep. That's better than flowers. But so we'll think of something for dads. But
absolutely.
Okay. So with that, also want to talk a little bit about some practical things. So Sundays will get a little bit of fine-tuning in this soft launch period, so be gracious with us as we grow. And then also practically behind the scenes, there's a lot of stuff happening. I don't know if everybody even could imagine all the conversations. I couldn't have imagined. So today, I know we just filed our DBA, Doing Business As, for Cole Community to be now called Living Stones Church, and I think you'll be doing that. We'll be doing the same tons of things like that. So what are some things maybe we can help people to be ready to engage with, or what changes they might notice? Well, I think the biggest and most obvious change is we have a new name. Right? Like the new name of our church is Living Stones Church, and we're
yeah, just want to, I think I said this in the last video, but just want to make a concerted effort to call our new church Living Stones Church. That's who we are now. I know I've felt in this really weird place since Monday, basically, like till now is like, can we start calling it Living Stones Church yet? Or do we have to wait till Sunday to make that official? Obviously we can start doing that now. So, I just want to make a concerted effort, to do that. And also we were talking before we started filming this, that, everyone is going to kind of feel like, hey, it's new. And I don't know if did this person join from Cole? Did this person join from New City? Is this a new visitor who heard about what's going on, or they just happened to come into the building today at 10? So we really want to encourage everyone to make a concerted effort as well to greet new people, to meet each other, to take some time to, maybe if you could just plan to hang around after church for 20 minutes and get to know some people, drink another cup of coffee. The playground will be open for families to spend time.
What a benefit for like folks from New City, I think, coming from New City to be a part of Living Stones Church. I think that that's fun to be able to take your kids out there and play.
Oh man, it's great. Yeah, the building that we've been meeting in for the last several years it's just right on a corner in downtown and doesn't have any like grass area to hang out or a playground or anything like that. So this is a huge thing for us too, to be able to offer that to our families. And so we just want to encourage people to stick around after our gathering, and get to know each other.
Yeah, that's really the heart of this summer, and the soft launch is really like, hey, let's take time to integrate together as a body. Let's take time to be built together. It's going to take time, and it's those little choices like staying after a little bit and that will help that happen.
Or inviting someone out to lunch, right? We've all got to eat.
Yeah, we've
all got to eat. So let's we can consider that, just opening our homes to each other Sundays after church for lunch.
That's great. So some other practical things, too, that you're going to notice. If you go to the New City website right now, you're going to see it says Living Stones Church, and gives you the sermon archive, also gives you the ability to give online still. And I think it then directs, though, over to what our new website will be. And Cole's website will be the same. We are combining our database. I know Ashley and Heath have been working on that. And
tirelessly.
So, it's been, I went to one database meeting with them, and it was like an hour long, and my head was spinning by the end of that. But please help us if you can by making sure that you download the Church Center app. And right now, it probably still says Cole Community, but it will say Living Stones Church. And, we have imported New City people into the database, so you'll be updated. We're honoring the membership of New City. We're honoring the members of Cole. And now we're together for right now, like that's our new database. You're going to notice that in the newsletter. You'll get a newsletter from Living Stones Church.
We've gotten all the emails transferred over.
That's right.
So you'll be, this week, maybe this week, right? It should be coming out this week.
I think we're aiming for Fridays this week in the summer.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, and then little changes in the newsletter. But some things are going to stay the same. We are asking people to continue to give through the ways they've been giving. If you've been giving through New City, still do that. If you've been giving through Cole Community, still do that from those platforms. On the back end, we're combining bank accounts. That will be happening. So it's all going to one pot ultimately, but methodologically, that's the best way until the end of the financial year, and so that's what we're doing.
Yeah. And we'll communicate about that coming up here when that's going to be. But for now, you can just keep giving the same.
So and then gospel communities, we're going to keep our gospel communities over the summer the same. Though I have a goal personally, I want to invite each New City gospel community to a meal at my house. So that's one of my goals. Please hold me to that. Don't hold me to that.
Sometimes summer can fly by like that, and you're like, where did the time?
It'd be a little harder for you because I think we have like 10 of them or something.
Oh yeah, we've got 4, so you should be able to do that.
But you could try it. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. And Josh is really overseeing gospel communities moving forward, so that'll be great. As far as like his opportunity to engage with people that way. So. Okay, this has already been probably a long video, so let's try to wrap it up. I think the best thing that people can take away from this is we are now Living Stones Church together.
Yeah, praise God.
Yeah, amen. And so when you come this week, try, like Josh said, to make an effort and say, hey, I joined Living Stones from Cole Community Church. Hey, I joined Living Stones Church from New City Church. If people ask you where you're from, and then you'll discover if they're a visitor or where they're coming from. I think that message you gave is very important. And yeah, I think it's going to take time for people to get used to, but let's make that effort. And I don't know, anything else you want to say?
Even us. I mean, we've been thinking and praying and discerning this for months, almost a year now. And it's still going to take some time to get used to too. But no, I think that's it. I'm just really excited for Sunday and looking forward to being together for the first time as a new church family.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, see you Sunday, June 8th for our soft launch and after that as well. So God bless you guys. Have a great rest of the week.